So there's like I don't know. I kind of had like a I've always been kind of mentally insane. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like yeah,
the perfect guy for
like
this.
so like I kind of like had like a breakdown followed by a breakthrough over the past 2 years. So like if you look in certain places, there's like a lot of there's like just a lot of weird stuff and negative stuff, but then also good stuff. And like it's just like I don't know. There's still empty spaces, so I kind of want to next time I rearrange my room or something, or just move it. Maybe I move. Like I want to put it in an area where I can fill the rest, you know. And I have a couple. I wrote a couple things up there, but like I'm not really trying to cover this thing with like Sharpie.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like my little like mural. Like
This is definitely something I would do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
yeah. But anyway, welcome to episode 37 of
37 is a good number.
Eggcast with John Egger. I'm here with my good friend James, who I just met. What's going on? I'm here
John,
with
nice meeting
my
you.
good friend Bernie,
good being here.
radio colleague,
Excited.
Sean Rain. You guys know who he is. Let me actually move you into the shot a little bit.
I sit
But,
up with Diesel.
Yeah, we were just actually, like, before we were talking about this desk, we were talking about college, and, you know, we're all kind of going through it. They're freshmen, we're juniors in college. And, you made a really good point. Like, you know, like, it'd be cool to find something else to do and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
real.
I just
Yeah.
imagine if you're doing something creative, you're never gonna get that from a degree.
Yeah.
All it takes is one idea. I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly.
you look at like the greatest people out there, you know, like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates didn't finish college,
Yeah.
and
Like, the degree, it's funny, because, like, the degree is kind of like, it's probably, I'm assuming it feels like a blanket, because at least, like, you have, like, an option
Yeah.
to, like, here to here to here, you know, whatever.
Mhm.
But, like, I feel like if you're really going to do, like, the thing that, like, when you die, you're like, that's the thing I did. Like, it's going to be, like, something, like you said, an idea, something that comes from, like,
Yeah.
just comes from, like, your brain, or, like, something maybe you pick
Can't
up
be,
along the way.
you can't be taught that.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it is. It's like that's just who you are.
Yeah.
For real.
I think a lot of it's probably risk adversity, like how much you're ready to like throw it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
I think about
they
it,
want
because,
that
like,
comfort.
I mean, honestly, one of the major life goals of mine that, like, I'm slowly trying to realize and not just avoid out of fear is, like, I want to work at the Comedy Store. Like, you know, in Los Angeles, the
Yeah.
Comedy Store, I want to
It'd be so
try
tough.
to get in there. And, like, I've only done stand-up one time. I did it at Rowan at the thing. And I did okay, but, like, I didn't love my
I
stuff,
watched it
you
on
know?
your YouTube.
Oh,
It
really?
was good. I
Wow.
thought it was funny, bro.
Thanks.
I
thanks.
thought it was really good, actually. And then I watched the other kids, and they didn't know what the fuck.
Yeah, it was a lot better than the
You
other
were like,
guys.
I saw
Yeah.
you and maybe two other people actually had like a prepared set.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
everybody else was kind of just like, oh, and then they froze.
Yeah.
Like that. I've been wanting to try to do it for so long, but I just
Yeah.
haven't. First of all, I
You have a
haven't
lot
like,
more-
put a
you-
set together.
You got a lot of time to do it, man, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, take writing comedy. There's a course at Rowan University called Writing Comedy where you write sketches,
I
you
need to
write
take
you can write stand up.
That's what I'm
you can
good
write,
at.
It's fucking fun.
I'm
man.
good at sketches.
Yeah.
That's my big thing. But when it comes the actual stand up, it's always been hard to me.
Yeah, but sketches are cool. We used to fuck around with some sketches, like because we're both kind of guys who like work out at the gym and stuff. So
Mhm.
like we used to do this Gym Bros sketch where we would just completely like
You just make a funny
completely
workout
douche,
video.
just completely douche ourselves
Yeah,
out,
douche
you
it
know?
out,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like because there's people like that exist in the
absolutely.
world.
Oh yeah. It's
We were at the gym
Taking
today. It
pictures
was
of the
like
mirror and
like
yeah.
our town gym is like the Guido capital of the world. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
so funny.
Like,
We had a series, the How to Be a Man or something, that we were talking about with Joe.
With
Kind of
Joe,
like that, just like
Yeah.
douche it out, like
it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
how to
he's
be
just
the manly
how-
man.
Yeah. Basically, we're not men. We're learning how to be men
Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
20s.
that's pretty
and
funny.
stuff.
Yo, you know what I loved? Your Popeyes chicken.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, I watched
video.
that. That was
That
funny as
video.
hell.
That had me fucking rolling.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, because like I just met you, and like most people when they're like, oh, like I have like a
Mhm.
thing, like you look at it and you're like, all right. But like when I watched that, I was fucking like dying.
Yeah, the music
I
was.
was, and then when you know what really got me in that video though, the funniest part of that is when you switch from like the marriage to like the argument and the divorce. Like
Mhm.
that's like so, and then such a fucking.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm good.
That's a cool little
I come up with
twist.
such
Like a little
dumbass
video like
ideas
that.
like that. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like that's
Yeah.
that shit is so funny though. I love making that video too. And then looking back on it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I
I'm-
could have did it differently like this and this, but
Yo,
I
I'm
do love that
envious that you got to work in such a great like media program at your high school. Like
Yeah,
from one of that
bro, it
video.
was
Were you
so
in that
good.
too?
Yeah, I was
The
in it for the first
KDTV.
year,
yeah.
and then the second year I just didn't see.
That was crazy. That's what made me good at it.
Because
Because you guys seem like, not only are you making stuff so you're learning, but like
Mhm.
you guys are like just doing creative, funny shit. like we had like a morning news, but it was like they didn't make anything like
No.
they were just like
That was
it
my
was like
thing.
communist
So,
Russia.
The reason I did it was
news,
just
They'll shit on
every
you if
day
you made a
was so
joke.
boring.
yeah.
It was
Wait,
so
who?
boring.
The morning news.
At our school, and then
yeah.
that's when I started doing it, and I was like, this
Oh,
shit's
yeah, now you're
so.
gonna make it
I was
entertaining.
like, it's just so
Take it
boring.
over,
No one wants
yeah.
to watch this.
Yeah.
And then that made me like my senior year. I mean, everyone always knew who I was.
Yeah.
But my senior year was like I was like I was that kid, which was
Peaked.
so cool.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I peaked in high school. I'm afraid that's my biggest
Yeah.
fear. Cause that shit was the best year of my life by far.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
It's funny. I definitely wasn't one to peak in high school. You know, like.
Well,
But,
I
like,
hope not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't
as
think
of
you,
right
I
now.
don't think you did, but
As
like
of right
you
now, I'm
like
hoping
you
not.
hit that high, which is cool. You know, you had a good
Yeah.
high school experience. You know,
Mhm.
that's like a weird thing to talk about because like I feel like there were so many like good like experiences and bad experiences
Yeah.
when I was there. But like I will say, my time that I peaked in high school was the time I did like we have like did you guys have like Mr. Kingsway?
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
Mr. Highland and like we did
Yeah.
that and we just turned it into like a meme show. Like we just
Yeah.
like we you know what I mean? But it was cool. Like he did the Blues Brothers with somebody. You were in it, right?
Yeah.
'Cause somebody you
I
were
did-
in it and then
I
one of
did it
our
with Freddie.
friends. Yeah, one of our friends, Freddie, shout out to Fred.
Mhm.
He did like his talent with him and they were like the Blues Brothers or like whatever.
That's tough.
And like fucking doing like the flips and
Yeah.
shit, you know, and then like
Damn, that's
Yeah,
tough.
I wasn't doing
Yeah.
actual
I would've
flips.
loved
I was just like,
and then
I was doing like shitty cartwheels to make it
Yeah.
funny, but
and then we did sketches. We all had
we
to
did a
like
teacher sketch.
we had to
where-
do a teacher sketch, but like instead of having 12 people in one sketch, we were like, yo, why don't we break it up into like 4 acts and have like 3
Yeah.
people?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like a
yeah.
team of 3, like that's hilarious, you
Yeah.
know? Like and it's like it's easy because everybody you can't fit 12 people's lines into a thing. You get punchlines. So
Yeah,
like
it's not right.
like we did 3 people at a time, and he fucking torched our librarian. And our school librarian is like I'm not gonna say his name, but he's like so fucking weird and like
Yeah,
he,
I mean, I
got
feel like he's a
fired.
cool guy, but yeah, he got
He
fired
got
for like,
fired at
hitting
some
his
point
kids.
for apparently hitting his kids.
Allegedly.
Right.
Like allegedly, yeah. And then like he's like
Great guy.
talking shit.
Great
He's like
guy.
he's talking shit to students, and like this one
Oh.
time, this kid, shout out to a good friend Mo, he was like talking shit to him, and like the guy, the fucking guy, the librarian. I was about to say his fucking name, but he's like, yeah, let's compare salaries. Like he's saying this to a kid, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
saying this to a 17-year-old
Crazy
kid.
teacher's my favorite, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
man.
love crazy teachers.
Were your guys'
Yeah.
history teachers creepy?
Yeah, some of them.
I feel like
Yeah.
generally
Mr.
they're
Green was
historically
creepy as hell.
creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say.
I'm not gonna
I
say.
mean, I made up that name.
No, I love
That's
some of my
alright.
history teachers.
I don't think anybody's gonna see this. I don't think they can get you for this anymore. You know, like
I didn't-
Yeah,
I
what are,
didn't
they
have-
gonna, what are they gonna give us detention?
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get it for
exactly.
real. He was
Yeah.
weird as hell. Yeah, but he would like go up to girls and be like, "Your cleavage is out."
Like Mr. Green.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I was
fucking-
like,
He was like a.
you can't say that.
You'd be
He was
like,
just
well,
like a
dude, that
dad
means you're
dad.
looking at it. Like,
Yeah, it was so weird. He's like, well, you got to go to the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see your
Ward would
cleavage.
say stuff like that. Too.
didn't you have?
So weird.
Didn't you guys have a picture in high school of like there was a teacher? We're not gonna say his name, but like it was a freshman year of high school, and there's a picture of him staring at some girl's ass. Like,
Yeah,
didn't
I
you-
never saw the picture, but apparently somebody had a picture of this teacher staring at this girl's ass. And then, we had a history teacher, like another history teacher where he was the coach of the girls basketball team, and we'd literally be watching like the girls basketball game, and he's slapping their behinds,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
as soon as they're subbing in
Yeah.
to play the
That's
game. I'm
so
like,
weird.
that's,
Dude,
and I'm like,
that was
none
my
of the,
daughter.
yeah, I'm like, parents
Oh,
are there
yeah.
too. Like, you're not,
No
I'm like, you
yeah,
guys
like
aren't
you're there
seeing-
watching your kid's basketball game. I'd be like, yo, we're gonna take
Yeah,
this
are these
fucking
all,
guy,
all these parents
outside
just
and
like,
talk to him.
are all
Like,
these
what the
parents just
fuck?
Stevie Wonder? Like they're not seeing this? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? I think a lot of those coaches who do shit like that get it in their head that they're really just like nice and they're just helping like the kid and
Yeah,
like
and
the
they have
parent
tenure.
thinks like, oh, they're just really nice people, you know, like
That's creepy.
and like there's crazy shit going on. But like that's like I had a middle school counselor that apparently after we got out of middle school got in trouble for doing a softball. He was a coach of the softball team and he fucking like slapped like a girl like a 7th or 8th grade girl on the ass. And then he came into my fucking my job and like I worked at like some sports stores. Like I want to buy like these shoes.
Play it again?
I think somebody just got fired from Kingsway for that. Like
yeah,
exact
it
same.
was
Really?
Yeah.
it was our 8th grade teacher abused like a special kid.
What?
That too.
Yeah, it was like
But
crazy.
also some dude like
while
slapped
we
some
were
girl's
while
ass
we were
by
in
accident.
while we were in middle school. Oh, you're talking about slap the ass?
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I'm talking about
a
that
news
one.
story.
What I was talking about was on the news.
We had a kid.
I know. That one was crazy.
We had a kid who his not a kid, not even it didn't even happen to the kid, but his mom who was not by any means like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, because like we're all men here. Like if you see like a kid is like, you see a headline, it's like 13-year-old kid 13-year-old boy having an affair with female teacher, and she's just like a dime.
like-
You're like, give it
Yo,
up.
you're the,
Yeah.
Give it up.
you're the
boy-
goat.
Score
My boy
everybody.
nice.
Yeah,
Make it
yeah,
work.
yeah. Like,
But if it was a girl,
yeah, exactly.
No way.
This was
freak
this was a lady and a guy, but the lady looked like fucking Shrek. Like she was like,
oh yeah,
like-
it changes it a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was just like a
All
monster.
right, that's
And,
still
like,
savage, but like I don't know if I would do that.
the
That's-
fucked up part was her son went to our high school, and like she was a middle school counselor, and we all found
he was
out
in our
about it,
grade.
and we're just like,
Was the kid banging her fucked up? Or only she was fucked up?
I think he was kind of fucked up. I think we all
a
know
good
who it
question.
is, but he was like, I remember, because I think we all know who it is. It's like supposed, but like I think he was like normal, but like not really. Like you could tell he had that
On the
like,
record, he was normal.
That on the
There's
record,
probably
he was
some
normal.
shit that happened in the
He
background.
had that side to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was on my bus, and like
I was
he
gonna say-
would.
I was gonna say Donnie.
Oh.
He had that side to him where you were afraid
But
to
I
like
forgot
break.
what I was
And then
supposed to
like
say his name,
and then he
but you
started
know
getting into like. I remember he like moved down to Louisiana, so he started getting into like guns and stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna like, we're not really
gonna
friends
Yeah,
anyway. I'm
yeah.
just gonna
myself
like
now.
Yeah, I'm
distance
not-
myself.
yeah.
Like I'm always gonna,
Yeah.
if I see him, I'm always gonna be nice to him.
Like, hey man,
But I'm
what's
just gonna
up?
keep myself to the
Yeah,
side.
I mean, when
jeez.
if shit ever went down, we'll just be like, hey, remember us? We would say hello to you in the hallway
Yeah.
as you're about to like. He's got
Yeah.
6 students, you know, with
He's
a
got
gun
the
out.
blanket on his
Yeah.
shoulder with
Yeah.
something.
We're like,
Jeez.
hey, it's just us.
Dude, I have a crazy story about that. One time when we were like 13 or 14, me and like a group of like 5-6 people were playing airsoft, and this one dude had a full like, what do you call like that camouflage, like where it's like actual
Ghillie
yeah,
suit.
ghillie, yeah, the full ghillie suit on, and
Nerds. We only know
Yeah,
what
why
they're
do we?
called,
Yeah,
dude.
why do we? do
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
I had one.
Yeah.
when I was in like middle school.
yeah,
That shit was
yeah.
to the top.
But fucking,
Good days.
he had this
Good
gun, and I think they had orange tips. I can't remember, but I remember we were just walking. I remember how it happened because we were just walking down the street, and all these people were passing by us. A lot of people just realized it was kids playing airsoft. This one lady passed by us and went, like she freaked out in her car. Like she probably thought she saw like a bunch of
Yeah.
people with guns, and then called 911, and then like fucking. Like 10 cop cars just like at some point when we turned around surrounded us, and this guy had a double barrel shotgun and pulled it out and was like drop your weapons, and we were like they're fake, like, and they like we dropped them, we put our hands up, they came over to us, grabbed them, they're like, oh, they're fake,
How old were you?
and like 13.
I was
Jesus
shit my
Christ.
pants.
Yeah, it was
That is
fucking
crazy.
scary.
Got
and then, like,
PTSD
Oh
forever,
my
man.
God.
Yeah, and then like they were just like, all right, we'll just give you like a ride home in your car.
That
you
scared
know?
the fuck out of me now.
Like or in
Imagine
their
a
in their
13.
car.
It was like you and
Yeah.
Jack
Yeah, me, Jack, Lander.
and Jeff.
This kid Jake was the one with the ghillie suit, and he was like a little older and like the biggest out of all us. He was like a heavy kid growing up, so he was like had some size to him, and he got tackled. Yeah.
Oh my
He got
god.
tackled by a cop, and we just put our hands up and dropped our shit.
Like,
He
alright,
got
alright,
fucking,
alright.
he got, and it was like, it's funny because like it was always him that it would happen to, because like we were a group, we would always go fishing and shit, and like I remember one time we were like it was always shit was always happening to him. Like one time he was like he went to go fish on the other side of this lake, and it was like a private owned lake, and like we were just trying to be like quiet, and then he just comes around running, and he's slow, so he's like huffing and puffing. He's like, there's a guy, and the guy just comes chasing out after him, and we all just fucking like booked it. Like he got out, but he was
That's
the
the price
last
you gotta
one.
pay for wearing a ghillie suit, I guess.
Yeah, dude, we had another incident like that. Just me and our one friend Jack. He's been in a couple of these episodes, and we were 12. Like this is when we first started like hanging out. Like when I moved here, and like we were over. If you go about a mile that way or so, there's like a field and a lake back there, and it's like it's private property. And like we went. Usually, if you fish to one side, it's fine, but we went back all the way to the other side, and it got too woodsy, so we came out onto like open land, and some dude in a truck came up to us, and he had like a Confederate flag, like front, the whole thing or
Nice
whatever.
guy.
And I'm
Probably
like,
a
nah.
really cool dude.
I'm like, you know what?
Probably a really
but
cool guy.
I'm 12, and like I'm thinking that I'm like this rational, mature speak. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna work this out, and like everything's gonna be fine. And I was like, excuse me, is this private? Like just like thinking like maybe he like now he knows that I don't know, and he went, yeah, it's fucking private. Like I should fucking what are you doing here? Like all this shit. So like we booked it, and then like he's chasing after us in the truck, but not chasing after us because we're in grass. He's like on the path, like, and like we like get to this dam and like jump over it and like run away. Just as we jumped over the dam, we saw his like truck came up to like his like because it was his neighbor's side of the place to his like neighbor's property. But like just like it never seemed like that big of a deal to me, but now I think like that was some redneck that could have just like pulled a gun out and shot me and been
Yeah.
like, this was on
That shit was- that
my
was
property,
real.
you know?
That's
Like-
crazy.
Like, but that never happened, which is good. But yeah, there's a lot of weird shit. New Jersey is kind of like New Jersey is kind of like has this like redneck like side to it that people don't know about. Like
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
literally
100%.
the Pine Barrens are literally Alabama. Like
Oh yeah,
yeah
100%. We got hella woods in Jersey.
yeah
Pennsylvania's right next to us too, and
yeah
they got even more.
yeah. It's crazy. Like I'm just trying to think about like I don't know, like have you guys ever been to like Carranza Road? Do you know what that is?
You know?
It's like place in the Pine Barrens where there was there's a memorial on the side of the road for Emilio Carranza. He was a pilot who was flying from Mexico to New York City, back to Mexico. On the way back from New York City, he was in a storm and he crashed like in the middle of the Pine Barrens, and it cleared out this like it's just all trees over there, like pine trees. It cleared out, or whatever trees, I'm assuming pine
Just
trees.
flattened it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just flattened it out, like it's like completely open, like, you know, just complete dry, like soil, like kind of like sand almost, like.
Yeah.
And like you go there and there's a memorial, and like it's weird because you go there at night, and supposedly if you flash your lights and then you say Emilio or whatever, when you drive back on the road, you can see like lights in the back in your rear windshield, but like they don't look like car lights, you know, like it's just something weird. And then they say a lot of people who say they've experienced it say they get closer and closer and closer, and then you just see it go like over your car or like through your car. You don't see anything, like, you know, and they
The
go
only
away.
thing I know about the Pine Barrens is the devil.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil.
That's all I know about that.
Yeah, that is crazy. He's out there somewhere, man. It's a
I know.
big forest.
Dude, I remember
He's
we
out
wanted to
there.
take a trip and find him when I was like 11.
Yeah,
I just thought it'd be cool.
yeah.
I still
With
don't
all
think it's
those,
real.
You don't think it's real?
No.
Nah.
Just,
I mean, it's
I'll tell you, you know what?
That
The
shit would
Jersey
be
Devil's not out
whack,
there,
though.
but there's some rednecks that live in those woods that are basically the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Might as
Like,
well.
I'm sure there's some kind of beast
Yeah.
out there.
there's
Be
like,
scared of.
there's this one road. It's like, I forget the name of it. It starts with like an M, but it's like the last road on that Carranza Road before you just get to a complete woods trail, and like,
Where's
you-
this at? In Pennsylvania?
in New Jersey,
That's like upper
Like-
New Jersey?
lower New Jersey.
Oh, really?
Like
That's-
lower from here at least. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Shit.
Because
But,
we're pretty
um,
low
Yeah,
already.
I was saying.
Yeah. Well, where's like
Like the middle.
where are you guys from around?
We live in Swedesboro.
Okay, so that's
So it's
that's
like up toward, it's up more.
oh, okay.
Like we drove
yeah.
down here.
Okay, yeah, but if
Yeah.
you go even down from here, like
Yeah.
it's fucking, it's like around there, like Carranza Road. I don't know what exact town, but it's like in the Pine Barrens. The Pine Barrens is like lower to like where we
Yeah.
are now, but fucking, there's this one road you go down. There's like two houses, and the one I think is a closet like gay couple, and they live like, cause we've like seen these people like
Yeah.
they live just concealed, kind of like, I think that's like what they're doing. They're kind of, because they're, I think, like, honestly, they're like an interracial
Yeah.
gay couple.
I
So
still
like,
I can't believe
see.
there's closet gays in 2020.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
No.
And especially it's
Yeah.
such
Yeah.
a
That's
open
crazy.
time to be gay, you
I
know.
know.
I think it depends how you were raised.
You might get a
you
career
know?
from it too. you
Yeah,
know?
it's true.
Yeah,
you look
bro.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But what's it called? I think it depends how you're raised, because some people are just too afraid of the pressure from their parents. You know, some
Yeah,
parents are more
yeah.
open.
If you got like super religious parents,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
fucked from.
Yeah.
yeah,
You never had a chance.
You're not
Like
allowed to
with
do
my
anything.
grandparents, like
yeah,
There's so many restrictions.
yeah.
That's-
Yeah, I've been kind of lucky to like, I guess lucky, yeah, definitely lucky to like grow up with like parents. Like I had kind of a different like upbringing, but like my parents were like never too like, I never felt like they completely didn't give a shit about me, but they were never completely like on my case either. You know, they kind of let me do whatever,
Yeah.
but they were like, hey, like, are you all right? Like
It was
you're
like
not-
that for
you're
me
still
early on.
you know,
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah.
And then when my parents got divorced, and that
Same.
changed 100%. Like,
same.
there
How
was-
old were you when your parents got
I
divorced?
was like 13, 12.
Yeah, I was like 7 when that.
Yeah, so you're
Are
younger.
your parents
Yeah.
divorced?
Nah.
See that?
See,
That's the
That's the
statistic right there.
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
It's very crazy.
That's not the first time that's
Oh,
happened, too.
50% you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
yeah, it's a crapshoot, man.
Yeah.
Really.
Wow. Damn. It really is 50.
Love is a crapshoot. So just fucking, if you embrace that, you can just like live a life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just like go through it.
Go become a Buddhist monk.
That's
Just
my
be
excuse, though.
abstinent.
That's the dream.
That's my excuse, though. A couple ugly chicks.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say. Like, well, you know.
50-50.
Yeah.
they're not all 10s.
Love is a
man.
crapshoot, man. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
start saying.
You're like, yeah, it's like if your guys like roast you for like your boys like roast you for like hooking up with an ugly chick. You're like, dude, like we felt something.
Yeah,
you
come
know,
on, man.
like
You don't know.
man.
You can't
Yeah.
control love.
yeah,
Come on, man. That's gonna
Shut
be.
up, pussy.
It's gonna be. That's gonna be an excuse I use to not hang out with a chick.
yeah,
There's these chicks
Yeah.
I work with, bro.
Mhm.
Fucking nuts.
yeah,
They're nuts. On Valentine's Day, showed up at my house. I didn't tell. They don't. I don't know how they know where I live. That
Yeah.
shit was crazy. Oh, and like, they wanted to hang out with me. I was like, my hamster just died. Can't come out. And then like, I just make
Yeah,
up. I just
no.
make up excuses like
It's
that.
Valentine's Day. I got plans tonight. You know, play Xbox. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I just think of excuses to get out of it all the time.
yeah,
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
So my
yeah.
next one's I'm gonna say love is a
Damn, so
crapshoot.
they're just coming. They're just coming for you, man.
Yo, they're
He's
wild.
got a story every week.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what we did yesterday? You know, we do. I
My-
swear
my
we have a
life a
story every 2
movie.
days. Yesterday,
There's one.
yesterday we were literally sitting around doing nothing,
yeah,
and we were like, what the fuck can we do? And there was like a cigar place like right down the street from where I live,
yeah,
and my parents, my mom and my stepdad, for some reason, were just hammered.
yeah.
Like I'm like never seeing that drunk. Like my stepdad came
It was
down
awesome.
in
It's a
just
blessing in
in
disguise.
just a robe.
yeah.
It's like, what's up, guys? I'm like,
It was awesome.
what the hell's going on? So I'm like, yo, I bet you I can convince them to go get us cigars if I drive.
Yeah,
So eventually I did. We get cigars, and I didn't have a lighter.
yeah,
So, and my mom was like, of course, never smoked anything in her life, cigarette, joint, cigar, anything.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
let me smoke one.
yeah.
Let me
yeah.
smoke one. Like, that's how drunk she is. So she goes to light it on, and they had a longer one. Goes to light it on the stove,
Oh fuck.
and like, she lights it, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then we go and do it, and we had littler ones. He does
Yeah.
it first. He like takes a video, like does it of him
Yeah.
doing it. And I
The
went to
video's
do it.
crazy.
And I go down, and I'm like, yo, it like feels hot as hell on my face. And I go to do it again, and I feel like burning.
You're
I'm
singeing?
like, yeah, what the fuck? So I turn around, I'm like, oh, and my hair is like this at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I can feel it. I feel it on my face. And I turn around, and our buddy Joe and Felix
Yeah.
are sitting there and they're looking at me. They don't say a single word. Look at me like literally like this. So I start freaking out because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, am I on fire? I start freaking out. I'm like, am I
Yeah.
on fire? Or am I-"
Yeah.
And they start like beating the shit out of me. So like this part of my hair right here caught on fire,
Damn.
and it was like
damn.
smoking. And I
I
had
was
no idea.
outside smoking
he was
with your
outside.
parents, and I
Yeah.
came
It's
into
like-
them smacking his head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like his hair caught on fire, and I was like, I wonder if mine did. And I touched my hair,
Yeah, it
And
was
I
all
just felt
singed.
all
It
of
was
it.
all so
I
he,
just
he
didn't
did the-
notice.
He has a video of his haircut.
You guys
So
didn't
your
have,
hair
like, a
probably is a
swimming
little
pool or
longer
something?
up top.
Nah, bro,
Oh,
it's
shit.
Did you have to get a haircut after that, or like?
Now
you
it just,
thought
I
about
just,
it?
Literally
it just
yesterday.
feels different.
Oh, it happened like
It's
yesterday?
just yesterday, yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm
I thought
saying.
you meant like a different time.
You can't even
Yeah.
tell. I mean,
That's what we were
it's
saying
like-
earlier. Some shit that something weird like that happens to us every other day.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many stories like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it makes it more fun. I feel like
Shit
I'm just
gets
having.
boring.
Although I can never take.
Life's a
I
movie.
can never keep track of time because of that.
Yeah.
Because I'll be
I
like,
just
was
think everything's
that
going.
before this happened or after this happened? When did that?
I wish I
happen?
could remember it all.
It's insane.
I
Bro.
don't got the space.
Remember just all of like everything, or like?
Just the
Like,
just
it's
anything
just crazy to
that's out of
think
the
about.
ordinary. Even
Yeah.
if it's
Me
bad.
and him talk about this all the time. Like there was a time where I was in 4th grade. Like that
Mhm.
was a whole every day I went to 4th grade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think about it all the time. Like I don't remember that at all. I
Yeah.
don't think about it at all.
True. I kind of remember it just like I kind of remember it by like year. You know what I mean? Like not as like a whole
Yeah.
thing, but I remember like 4th grade because I was always like a decent student. Like 4th grade, I almost failed because like just like shit. I didn't want to do my homework. I was like,
That
what
was-
is?
I did that in 6th
We got
grade.
homework
That
was that
packets.
year.
We got homework packets, and I was like, what is like? It was a change for me. I was like,
Yeah.
this isn't. I can't fit this into my schedule.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
skateboards to fucking ride on. I got like shit like like shit
Yeah,
like that to do.
Xbox has to be played.
It took me till 6th grade to get there.
Yeah, that was me in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got like a C in math. I was like, well, fuck, I don't want to do.
Oh,
any of
my
that.
first F I ever
Yeah.
got was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
I had no idea too.
Yeah.
And it was like I had never gotten like a B or lower, and I straight got an F. Wasn't
Yeah.
a C or D.
Yeah.
I don't. And I was
Just
so
And F
fast
in
in
middle
high
school
school.
has to be heartbreaking
I
because
never actually failed.
when
but
you
I
get to
got
high
close.
school, you get an F and
66
you're like,
was my closest.
Oh, I failed class.
Yeah.
I never failed in high
I
school.
failed algebra too. I think.
I'm not a failure
Yeah.
or a quitter. I get this
In-
66 and I'll pass.
In high school, you get a failing grade and you like see the other kid with the failing grade. You're like, like get him
So,
next
bro,
time.
we did.
But
it.
in like middle school, it's gotta be like it's gotta have more emotion to it.
Oh yeah.
I'd think.
Yeah, it was like a big deal.
'Cause
in
you feel
middle
like a
school.
disgrace to your parents. You know?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get all that emotional weight.
And you're
on it.
afraid to take it home if you get in, like in a
Oh,
class.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
You're
get beat when I get home.
You throw that thing
Yeah.
right out.
yeah, bro. Get that shit doctored.
In high
like-
school, I didn't care.
Yeah, true,
I don't give a
true.
fuck.
Nobody asked me for my report card.
Yeah.
I started just like shredding them. I got them
Yeah.
to get
Well, my
rid
parents
of
would
them.
bust on me after I see them, but
Yeah,
but
yeah,
after
My
that,
parents
wasn't-
are strict.
Dude,
yeah,
we get like progress reports, and you have to get like your parents to sign that shit by like a certain day.
yeah.
So like I didn't have to. Like some of my friends, like they try to forge it, and our one friend got caught doing it because he was failing like 2 classes. This was like 6th grade,
You know what's
and
weird?
they caught him forging the signature. I don't know how they caught it, but I think he must have just fucked it up.
Yeah.
We looked like a 6th
Yeah.
grader wrote it.
Yeah, it probably sucked.
Yeah, it
probably
sucked so
probably-
bad.
He probably
probably.
tried to do
He
it
thought he
in
was
slow, like
slick.
actual cursive.
And then he was just like, "Oh, this is fucking boring. I'm just
Dude.
gonna. They're not gonna catch me."
You know how I came up with my signature from forging it? And I never signed anything in cursive until 4th grade. We had reading report like things like that, like
Mhm.
progress things. But there was a little like checkbox, so you would sign it, but it was like small. And, like my name's John Egger, my dad's name is John Egger. So I'm like, if
Oh,
I sign
you're-
it, if
you're
I sign it,
lucky, yeah.
we have different signatures. But I'm like, if I sign it the first time, then like
Yeah.
I'll just So like I started doing just like JE. Like that's how I only sign my initials when I do like.
I wonder
a
if you just
signature.
traced his signature like a bunch of times if you just memorize it.
I probably could. I kind of have it down. Like I know how he does it.
Yeah, I mean,
But I can't do exactly how he does it.
You can
know?
get close to it though, where like they won't
Yeah.
see any.
But like they basically thought it was my dad's signature. But then when I grew up and I had to sign shit, that's how I kept signing it. So
Yeah.
now that's
But
my
your dad's
kinda
signature.
stuck.
Your dad's John
Yeah.
Egger, so like, who are they gonna say you forged it by? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
you're both the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
name. I was
True. That's what I say the
That's
same
tough.
thing about his medical marijuana card. But I feel like if I get caught, I'll be like, and they'll be like, no, that's not you. It's your dad. Like they
I heard
probably
you can't have a gun if you have a medical card.
really.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
heard
that's
that
true.
too.
Yeah.
But
I don't
that's-
know.
I don't know if that all goes away once recreational gets
really?
in, but
Yeah. Well, New Jersey is like you can't
Is
have.
that just in New Jersey, or is that a federal thing? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I don't even know if it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah, I
no,
wouldn't
I
be
heard that
surprised.
too.
don't
I
quote
did-
us on this.
it's on the ballot 2020, right? Recreational.
Yeah. Phil Murphy's like, fuck it, let's smoke weed. Like,
He needs to do something.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, for real.
Yeah,
You
seriously.
see, like Trump's just gonna.
He's
be
like,
Well, I
I'm
hate
honestly
it
not even a
personally.
fan of like Phil Murphy, but like when he did that weed thing, it's like everyone's like, okay, Phil Murphy, like we see what you're
Oh, you
doing.
get
Alright.
so many votes just saying.
That's
it.
Yeah.
one on the board.
Yeah,
Like, that is just a tactic to get votes.
I know.
Because that's not his priority. He doesn't care.
And it's like even
Yeah.
people who normally don't even vote at all, they're just like, all right, well, this is actually something we're gonna vote for.
Well,
I
they'll
rem-
do it as soon as they figure out how to make money off it.
They're all
Yeah.
scumbags.
That's what.
yeah,
that's
they're
what
all
they'll
they're all
do.
just playing. They're all playing
Yeah,
the
it's for
game.
the
You
economy.
can't do that and be like, I'm just a good guy. I don't
Like,
play
what's
the
their
game.
salary? Like,
Like-
say 200K. Why do they have
Yeah,
$20 million?
yeah, because they're
Yeah.
Why do
getting
you have
funded
that?
by all these people.
Yeah.
'Cause it's all pull. Like people invest in them so their businesses can do well from the law.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah, and they got investments.
yeah,
everywhere.
they're basically like stocks. Like,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah,
politicians
kinda.
are kind of like stocks if you think about it.
Yeah, it's like
For
different pieces on the monopoly board.
Yeah.
Move around.
But yeah, like
What's it called?
what was I about to say about Phil Murphy? Fucking forgot. But damn. You
Talk
guys.
about Corona.
Oh.
If you're scared of that.
Oh,
I'm
the
scared of
coronavirus.
Oh, I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First guy just died today
Yeah, there's
in the U.S.
I had a sign.
Where at?
Wherever they were quarantined, but it was also like a high-risk patient.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a healthy person.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was. She was like 50 or something.
Damn.
Damn.
She was already sick.
We're at and
I don't know. I watched Trump give a press conference.
I did
about
see
it.
that.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was
But-
today.
I think there's 20 cases or something in the U.S. right now.
fuck.
Jeez.
Well, there's a rumor going around my work. There's no way it's true. There's this chick who was just older lady was like just missing for like 2 months, and there was a rumor going around that she actually had the coronavirus. I'm like, that's bullshit. Someone
Wow.
probably made that up. But today at work, we all had to for some reason sign a waiver
Mhm.
about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
It was just had to do with like my work like had to give it to me. It was like
Yeah.
it was like I guess it was like
Like a
if
health
if
waiver.
I know if I
Accept
need
the
to get
risk.
tested, yeah, like shit. I'm accepting the
working
risk
here.
to yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
So
And, like I
either-
can't sue Wawa for making me work with someone who has the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it like.
Yeah,
I
or if
can't.
somebody
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
in.
Yeah, like I never would have been in
Yeah.
contact with that person if it wasn't for work. Because I'm
Oh, this.
because
Why'd
so
you sign
many.
that?
Yeah, you should have.
I had
thought
needed
it.
a
I was
job.
like,
Oh, this
fuck
is that Wawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck
So the
you.
people like making our
Yeah,
hoagies
man.
and like are like touching our food and money and
Today-
shit could be.
Dude,
Or I mean,
Well,
we're people too. Whoever
Yeah,
gets sick.
apparently we're all gonna.
Apparently, it doesn't last long on objects.
Uh,
So
we-
like, it doesn't. That's not usually how it travels.
yeah.
That's what I've heard.
yeah.
It's not like
I
I
two
heard
days.
it's like
I
it's
heard-
just through the air instantly, like that cough on you.
Yeah.
Like you're done.
Yeah.
I heard it's not a runny nose. If you don't have a runny nose and you have a dry cough,
Yeah.
that's a sign, apparently.
Oh, did you see that thing I sent? you
Yeah,
guys yesterday?
you sent it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the? Yeah, so he already knew. But yeah, like, I'm just trying to be careful, man. Like, I work at like this place, like it's like a kid like fitness place,
Mhm.
like pretty much like
Kid Fit?
yeah, Kid Fit.
Yeah.
And like today I was holding some kid and he was just like I wasn't even holding him. I was like he was about to do this like zip line thing and I was holding it out for him and he was like kind of far away, but he was like. Like he just coughed, like, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I'm such a germaphobe as it is, like
Risk it all.
that. I'm like every 5 minutes when I'm there, I'm putting on hand sanitizer.
yeah.
They think I'm
Kids are
crazy, but I'm like,
dirty,
"Nah,
yeah.
dude, kids
Yeah.
kids carry diseases,
smart.
kids get sick, you know."
I do that. I played against sports all the time because people would,
Bring in
they
disgusting
trade in the most
sports
disgusting shit.
equipment.
Not even just hockey, but like baseball. Like they don't even clean their fucking bags and shit.
Yeah,
There'll be like bags of like sunflower seeds in there, like
I was
half
that
eaten.
Yeah, I
And
did
I
that
didn't
too.
clean my
I mean,
bag
yeah.
ever.
yeah.
I was like, it's baseball. I'm
Yeah.
outside.
Oh yeah, I meant like people like they're trying to like trade it in and get like a good deal
Yeah,
for it.
like, if you're
you
gonna
Oh,
bring
you
it
mean at
in.
work?
yeah,
Oh,
like
fuck,
what-
oh.
If
yeah,
you were
like,
to bring it in, you probably like shake the shit out at least. You know?
and they're like, what do you mean I'm only getting like 50 cents for this? I'm like, well, there's literally bird shit all over this
Yeah.
bag. Like I can't take it.
Dude,
Like,
somebody brought in a street hockey like goalie glove, and there was because I used to work there too
Mhm.
with him, and there was like a rat nest in it, like a mouse nest. It was all that like I don't know how to explain it, like crinkly, like little thin strips of paper.
It's like
type
the shit they pour
Yeah,
out.
I know.
to
Yeah.
make a nest out of.
Yeah, it was that shit, and like it
Insulation
was
or
all it was all in there, and I was like, ew, and my boss was like, take it outside and like see if you can like shake all like the shit out of it, and then maybe we'll be able to buy it. Like I was like, no, let's just not take this. There's a fucking
Yeah.
nest in it. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, but let's see if we could. I was like, all right, so like,
Oh, didn't we see? I wasn't there, but didn't you say you saw somebody left weed in their bag?
yeah, somebody traded in a
hockey
bag,
bag.
and there was like
Oh,
weed.
dude.
There was like weed in it.
It's a bonus.
And shit. Or no, I don't even think they
It's like
traded it in.
y'all didn't even realize
I
it until
think it
after you
was-
guys bought it.
I think it was one of the owner's friends' bags or
Oh,
something.
really?
Yeah.
Just like a little
Yeah.
nub, like
Yeah.
they got out of a bag or something.
He had weed, and we were like, shit, how do we tell our manager? But like our manager's cool, and we were like drugs, like, you know, like, and he was like oh shit, like,
Yeah, at work. At
Like,
work, it's like
yeah.
you gotta take it way more serious.
yeah,
That's funny.
not at this place.
Dude, there's
But,
nothing
like-
serious about that
What's
place.
it called? I was
Yeah.
working. I usually work inside for a while. I was
Yeah.
working gas the other day.
Yeah.
It was cold as hell, and there was gloves in the kiosk. And I
Mhm.
went to put the glove on, and there's just a bag of weed in it.
Oh shit.
Like this was like 2 days ago. I was like, oh
somebody
shit.
else's glove.
And then literally like so
Probably.
I took the glove. I was like, it's probably someone's glove. Put it down on the thing. Literally 2 minutes later, some dude came out, like opened the thing, found the gloves, and walked away. I was like, fuck. I thought that was mine, bro.
yeah.
But well, I knew
You
whose
should
it
have
was, though.
you should have lifted it, honestly, because like
Yeah, I was thinking about it too.
probably would have
Afterwards,
been
I
the
was
prime
like, 'cause-
suspect though.
yeah, because but like,
'Cause you were
what's he gonna
new.
do? Tell on me?
Yeah.
He's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, true. You're a genius.
You
What am
stole
I
my
saying?
bag of weed.
yeah. Like what's like you can't.
He's like, what? Your boss is like, what are you talking? He just stole my illegal drugs.
That's exactly what it's like, bro.
Shit. Yeah. Dude, it's funny where I work at, and I just said it, but like I don't ever, but I'm pretty sure everybody smokes weed, including like the management, like and like the owner and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody's blazing up, you know.
I didn't realize how many people smoked. Like I
Yeah.
know a lot of parents
Tw-
that I had like no clue.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The
bro.
parents start with like my dad used to not smoke 4 years ago. I'd find shit in my room, get like yell at me and stuff. Now we smoke a joint out there together because like
Really?
you get them into it, like or just like people get it, or people like parents have been getting into it because of some of them just used to, and it's coming back because it's 2020, man. You can do what you want. But like I think edibles played a huge part because I know so many parents that are like nah, I don't want to like do, but like I'll take the edible, you know.
Those, like,
Yeah, that
tinctures or
fucks 'em
whatever.
up.
Yeah, and they're like, they're like in their 40s, like, oh, we're gonna get bad.
Yeah,
like,
living-
they eating
Going back in
edibles.
our glory
Like,
And then
days.
it just goes up and up and up.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah. To smoking. Then, you know, grandma's got the volcano out with the, like, you know.
Is,
it's
you
like a
see that
huge
lady on
bomb.
Instagram? The old, she was like
Oh,
the
she
grandma.
was
Granny,
on a bottom,
yeah,
like,
Granny
yeah.
smokes or something.
Granny smokes, yeah.
She's so funny.
I see videos. Of that all the
She's got
time.
iron lungs.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that woman's a killer.
I hope that's me when I'm an old man.
Yeah, I know. Me
It's so
too.
funny.
Damn.
Jersey's such a fucking bitch state, dude. They're so slow about everything. Like, we're way behind the curve.
Yeah, we're very like restricted.
Yeah.
Probably because we're very densely populated.
Yeah, that's why it'd be nice to be like in California.
You know.
Or, like,
Yeah, I contemplate like just dropping everything and leaving in California every like 2 months, but then I'm like, nah, still school. Though,
I contemplate
like,
every day.
and like also the rent's fucking like I'm
Money's-
gonna
yeah.
have to,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
that's
to,
a
I'm
lot
gonna have to
of
save
money.
up a little nest egg before I go out there because the rent is fucking like bad. You know?
Yeah, it's not like
If you
did
save
it
up
10
like
years
6
ago.
months of rent, then I would do
Yeah.
it.
You know, it's
Like,
funny.
beforehand.
I do have like an aunt out there, like a great aunt that I don't think I've ever met. Maybe met when I was little, but she lives out there, and like I'm about to hit her up, and because I think it's just her and like her husband. I'm about to hit her up and be like, hey, like you guys
like a
need like help
movie.
around the house. You know
Got
what
like
I'm
a
saying?
couch somewhere.
Yeah, for real.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, but like I'm gonna get my degree first.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna stick it out here. I'm gonna survey my options depending on where my life ends up. You know,
Yeah.
it's weird, man. Like, cause like you think one thing's gonna keep you somewhere, and then another thing comes in. You know, but
Oh, yeah.
but then maybe that thing. You know, it's like you never. That's like, you ever think about the fact that like. The only reason life is interesting is because we don't know what's going to happen. You know, like
Yeah.
if
You
we
never know where it
like,
takes you.
because like if you knew, even if you were gonna live out your dream, if you
Mhm.
knew about it today and you were certain that like, oh, you're gonna live out this and you're gonna do exactly this, you'd be like, well, I don't want to do it now because like
Yeah.
you don't even know if it's gonna happen. The whole point of like trying to chase out a dream is like, keeping the wonder alive if it's gonna happen, and then when it does, that's when a lot of people tip over. That's why I think a lot of people who have success young, like. Fizzle out, you know, or like end up
Yeah.
dying.
The
or
destination
something.
isn't the destination.
Yeah,
It's just making somewhere a destination.
It's a journey.
I think the people with the quick, like rides to their destinations are the ones who like, you know,
Yeah.
like
Because they just had it so
go
early.
over they go over the hump.
You gotta
know?
you gotta be super self-aware. If
yeah,
you get that rich or like successful that quick,
yeah,
if you get a good head on your shoulders, and maybe like a good team always
yeah.
helps.
If you hit success, 30s to 50s is like our peak range. You know,
Yeah.
everybody obviously we're all humans and we all want to be successful. Like if we could be successful
Next
right
year,
now,
man,
we'd
I'm
be
getting
like,
it next year.
yeah,
Like get rich and successful.
Yeah, give it a
Would be-
few months.
Yeah,
yeah.
What's
yeah.
today?
I might wake up.
We'd be
tomorrow.
like, oh,
Maybe
there.
tomorrow.
But like, think about like Steve Carell. Like Steve Carell was like, even in his 30s, was kind of like like he was still acting, but he was kind of like unknown actor or whatever. This,
Yeah.
and then he books 40-year-old virgin, and he's like, I guess 40, like around that age, and he blew up, and then did The Office, and he started doing all these movies, and now he's probably just like fucking like, check this shit out, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
look how happy, like,
That's
you know,
so tough.
Yeah.
like, just like, I think it's good to remind yourself, because like I feel like, especially at the age we're at, like you said, like we all want to like it's like we're all just like determined, like all right, like here we're gonna do it, and like it's like next year, you know what I'm saying? And it's like good to have that mindset, so then you're still working, you know. But like you're not always certain it's gonna happen, but like I think the most important thing is just to not give up, you know, and just like keep seeing it through, because like
Oh, yeah.
eventually if you like hit that say you're like 40 something and you get a break, you get your big break, like you're like here we are, you know, it could
Yeah.
happen, you know.
I think it's definitely the ones that like remember what it's like to not be famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
remember the struggling before, are the ones that just keep with it.
Yeah.
Because like at a young kid, like you don't know anything else.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get
You just gotta
successful
dream.
from solving a problem, right, or providing a service, and there's always going to be more
Yeah.
problems. There's
True.
always going to be
Yeah.
something to do.
True.
If you got all that money, it means you probably make a significant impact.
Yeah, that is awesome to be able to like make money to the point where you're like I just saved like a country's water source, you know.
Oh, damn straight.
Like imagine we
Yeah.
could do some shit like that. Obviously everybody can play their part, but like imagine just being like I did that shit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're a
Like,
fucking legend.
You know.
Imagine just lifting a country up.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Elon Musk.
Just be like, all right, name that shit after me real fast.
Elon Musk is
Nah.
raising humanity.
Dude, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy, bro.
He's
I don't
he's
know about
ahead. He's the closest person to being ahead of the curve if he's not already. You know.
Oh, yeah.
He's like what we are if we evolve again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it gonna be weird a time where like everybody's has like his way of thinking and there's somebody even
Better
more?
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So-
we all become those little gray people eventually.
Eventually, National Geographic predicts in like 2050 that we're all gonna be like mixed. We're all gonna be like interracial.
Mm.
And they're like, this is what the
Yeah, I
average
did see
human's
that.
gonna look like.
Yeah.
And like, and it makes sense, dude, because people are just like, just melt. Because we're all everywhere. We're just melding
I
different
mean, it's
types of
definitely as
people.
time goes on, like 30 years ago, an interracial couple was not a common thing.
Yeah.
Like, and now,
Because of the stigma, man.
yeah,
You know?
it's like it's
now,
just
now
kind of
everybody's.
everyone's gonna like.
Are there more white people than other?
I don't think anymore.
Other people.
Yeah, like if
Like everything else. No, I
Shit.
think it's different.
This
No,
has
I
always
don't
been
think-
the. This has always been the. Isn't it crazy? This has been our our species debate, like white people versus everybody else. Go.
no, not even
Like,
not even versus.
Not even
just like
yeah, not even versus.
like
but
if you have
you know what
if
I
you
mean.
only have 50 white people, but you have 100 colored people.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna
They're
get
gonna
mixed.
they're gonna
Like
Yeah.
they'll
meld
never
together.
be like white will never become the prominent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll become the mixed race,
Yeah, you're right. You're
which
right.
Yeah.
is fine with me. I don't
Yeah,
care.
man. I mean,
I'd
we're all
like to
just
be-
kind of
I'd
vibing.
like to be tan.
Yeah, shit.
For
White
real.
as a ghost.
Well, we don't have a
Pale as
choice.
hell.
We're stuck with ours, but
Yeah,
like,
we're
Yeah.
done.
we could like our future ancestors, if we could peek in on them, we'd be like, check that out, you know.
That'd be tough.
But like, yeah, it's interesting, man. Shit.
Yeah, so I bet you there won't be white people in like 1,000 years. In like up 2,000 years.
It's coming. It's
Like,
coming.
I
They're
mean,
coming
or,
for it. You know,
I
it's,
think
somebody's
more
coming for
2000,
us.
Well,
but-
it's not a good
Karma-
color for survival. Like this
It
doesn't
really
really
isn't.
It doesn't really work in the real world.
We're built for cold, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like we're built to be in the cold.
Yeah.
Like, even North America is like, I don't even know how we. You know what is weird to think about? Like, I guess Native Americans like kept themselves warm through like, just like their structures and you know like fire things like
Mhm.
that, like blankets, like
Fur coats and stuff.
yeah, fur coats and stuff. But like, it makes me wonder because like, you think about like where like you said like white people like it's not a good skin color to survive in the heat, you know,
Mhm.
or like in the cold it's better, but like you have to be like Neanderthals are perfect because they're big and like
Mhm.
husky, you know, whatever, like short and like you know big airways, whatever. I don't know. I'm actually mentally like handicapped, but I don't know. I'm just lost my train of thought. Does anybody want to pick it up?
Let me think.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're just saying that like they're just built to survive in the,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
wild.
yeah. So like they're built to
Like,
survive.
we couldn't do
The
that.
natives are.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they are, but like it makes me wonder like how we're Native Americans like adapted to like the winters of North America.
Oh fuck yeah. But I mean, massive amounts of them would die.
Yeah,
Like
true.
you didn't live very long, regardless of how good you were doing.
Yeah, nobody did back then.
Yeah.
Just because of the
Your
lack
elders
of
were, like,
technology.
30. But
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, America was cold as fuck.
yeah,
The last ice age, we had like what was it like? It was like America was covered in 6 miles of ice. Like,
yeah.
it was insane.
Dude, that's
versus
like
other parts.
in so many years, Florida's gonna be underwater. Like in 500 years, they predict.
That's just true.
The Bayou, Louisiana Bayou. We just watched something in like one of my classes. Like Louisiana Bayou was like going under. They used to have all this land. Now it's
Yeah.
like we got this. We got these
Mhm.
pipes coming out of the ocean. This is coming out of the ocean. Like everything's just coming out of the ocean. There's no
Yeah.
there's no land down there. You know, like it's
Yeah.
slowly filling up.
That's true. They lose like feet per day.
Yeah.
Like, they lose like, I thought it was like hundreds of feet per day.
Florida does?
Louisiana.
About a football
gotcha.
field, I think.
Yeah, like something insane per day
Yeah,
of land
it's very
per
crazy.
day goes underwater. Like yeah, it doesn't take long.
Yeah,
Like that's
Imagine
crazy.
how creepy that would be. Like you wake up and like the lake is 100 feet closer to you than it was.
Yeah.
be like, oh
Like,
shit,
that's
he's
scary.
coming.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like what do you
yeah,
do?
he's coming for me.
It's not like you can just move.
Yeah,
Like,
for real. Well, yeah, a lot of those people, that's like their industry down there, you know, and they're pretty adaptable on the water, you know, boats, this and that stuff. But like, it's just crazy to think about, like, how like, you know, obviously we have an impact on it, but also the Earth, like, has been going through different like hot and cold. I forget where I heard this, but like they're like apparently the Earth has been going through like an ice age to like a warm stage, because like when the dinosaurs were around, it was a lot warmer, sea levels were a lot higher,
Right.
and then we ended
It's a
up
constant
having
cycle.
we ended up having an ice age. I don't know if that was before or after. I'm not a genius, but like
I think it was.
Well, you'd have to figure out what was the first
Which one
thing
was
that ever
first?
happened.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
true.
it's kind of hard debate.
I'd imagine things were way hotter before they were way colder.
Yeah, because like you
Beginning's
need
gotta be an
heat.
explosion.
Yeah, you need heat to start.
Yeah, but
Right? I don't know.
I guess that's the theory of
That's
the Big
above my
Bang,
pay
but
grade.
like, it's funny because we think it's proven, but do you think there's like somebody out there that's like, look at these fucking idiots? This is really what they came
I
up
wouldn't be
with.
surprised.
Like,
There's no way. There's no way we're the only thing.
Yeah.
oh well, yeah,
it breaks my brain thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Because you think like, well, why couldn't we be the only thing? And
True.
Then you're like, but it's infinite, right? So there's an infinite amount of other things. There's a myth about us.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like-
There's 7 billion of us, so like,
My
and
brain
if we're in
freezes.
such a small solar system,
Is there
small
another universe?
one of a billion galaxies apparently, or
Yeah,
how
that's
many there
crazy.
are.
They said even
Yeah.
even if we could get to light speed, it would take us like 5 million years to get to another galaxy.
Yeah,
So you need a
Yeah,
wormhole,
which is insane.
Damn.
It's just insane.
yeah, it's impossible.
which that's crazy.
That's
Yo,
insane.
you won't believe what time it is right now.
What?
I'll give you one guess.
Is it eat something?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I felt like it was 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know, man. We
That
just
shit
started
goes by
riffing.
fast.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
I'm glad you guys came on because like we were due for like a good, like just like a
It
solid.
was fun. Yeah, we've been
show.
trying to do
It was
this
fun.
for like weeks now.
Yeah,
I'm glad we
yeah.
finally did.
We're trying to
Yeah.
do a podcast thing, so
Yeah, we're
I
just
wanted to
starting
like
out.
I wanted
Cool.
to get into it and see what. see
You
what I
guys,
have to
you
compare
guys
it
would
to.
definitely be proper people to do it. And you know what? You could come on anytime. If you guys do a show, I could,
Yeah,
I could
I
come
would
on.
love
We
to
could
go.
come on.
Cross-pollinate.
You know, we have. I mean, like we have other buddies that like do it too. But like you guys are always welcome back. This is,
Yeah.
this is, you know, this is a
That
good
was
fucking
tough.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. First step, get a flag.
Dude,
Nah.
for
Get a
real,
banner.
we need one of them.
I want like a neon sign or something.
That'd be tough.
Or a
That's so
flag.
tough.
That'd be
bro.
cool.
Either
My
way.
plan is like, cause I'm kind of rearranging my room. My plan is to get a new bed, find space to kind of put it this way, so I can maybe move this and get chairs, and then set
Oh,
it up
that'd be
where
tough.
like cameras from over here, and there's just like comfy, nice chairs, and everybody's just sitting, hanging out. You
Yeah.
know?
Is there no other like rooms in the house that you could just convert into a studio?
Not really. We have a back bedroom.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
like
I'm
my
trying to do
dad's
in my house right
dad's
now.
bedroom. We have 2 bathrooms and then
Yeah.
just like the out front area.
Yeah,
I'm probably just gonna convert my bedroom.
Yeah.
that's what I'm about to do.
It's a good place to start, you know. Maybe in 100 episodes or something, or in like 50 episodes, maybe I'll have a different area for it, you know.
Maybe get some sponsors.
Yeah,
get some
for
money,
real.
Maybe
If
buy your own
anybody-
office space.
Anybody wants to sponsor me? It's still
Blue
kind of
Chew.
growing slowly, you know. But you know what? I have it
Blue
on
Chew.
every platform like out there. I have it on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, fucking. What are the other ones? Stitcher. It's like another podcast
I know what
one.
you're talking about.
SoundCloud's actually, I use it as my host because when you do a podcast, you have to have like an RSS feed host.
Okay.
So like so it's basically like your link.
You know what that means?
I have no idea what
I
that
do.
means.
Yeah, it's basically like because I don't really know what it means either, but like it's basically like your link that like when you link that into like your other accounts for your podcast, it just puts it out by itself. So like
Okay.
anything you write into that service host is going to be, you know, whatever. And you know, people talk shit about the SoundCloud. Like you'll see a bunch of like 40-year-old people on YouTube like, oh, you got to use Podbean or this or that, like SoundCloud. But they're all old. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like kids our
Old
age, if they're
heads.
going to listen to your podcast, there's a good
Mhm,
chance they
SoundCloud.
might be doing it on SoundCloud. So why not just use that as your host and then have another platform that's a viable platform for a growing podcast, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
There's so many ways to do it.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
million ways to do it.
Yeah.
And like it's not like any one is so much better than the other, but like
You just got to do it.
yeah,
That's
for
the
real.
main thing.
Price is another thing too, because like a lot of them, some of them are like stupid expensive for no reason. But,
Yeah,
like,
so
but like SoundCloud, I paid a yearly thing, but it was like $12 a month. You know, so I just paid it all in like
What's
one.
like the bare minimum equipment you need? You
So
need
this-
clearly mics.
Clearly, mics. This
Was that like a Focusrite?
This is a an audio interface. It's a Behringer. It's literally like the cheapest one I could find on Amazon.
Okay.
It was like $36, and
You just have an adapter. for
basically
all
I
that.
have that. I have an adapter. I run this into something called OBS, which a lot of people use for like Twitch streaming and like Fortnite and shit. But I just use it to record the show.
Isn't it Adobe app?
No, it's a different thing I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
That's
just
it.
like its own software. And like if I wanted to, I haven't really gotten into it yet because honestly, like one, it's easier for me to schedule them, and two, like the show hasn't gotten that big where if I'm gonna do it live, people are really gonna watch.
Yeah.
So like I just record them, but I can also do it live if I wanted to, and it's just fucking like it works well. Like I want to figure out how to set up different cameras. That's my next thing from just going from this camera, but like you just like record it in there, and like this is a free software you can just download on your computer.
Yeah.
This cost me $36. This was just like a $5 adapter or something. These, I mean, you know what these are.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like, you know, just like the Sony headphones. You don't need these, but I'm sure like you guys are like RTF. You probably have
yeah.
something like this laying around.
I got stuff.
And like mics and like these, you could choose whatever mic, but I think the lapel mics work well if you don't have mic stands and access. I used to do it with like a Shure SM57 is like an instrument mic, and I'm
Yeah.
using it for like the
When
podcast.
you're just starting, it's guerrilla warfare. You
Yeah,
just
and
take
I
what
had
you
like a
know.
blue snowball, and that was for
Yeah.
everybody else in the room.
Yeah.
You know, and the audio was dog shit.
Yeah.
And like,
That's what Felix has.
Mm-hmm.
and it's gotten better. It's gotten better. But I think the lapel mic is a good way to go because it like keeps it centered no matter where you are. You can freedom of movement. You don't have to be on the mic really,
Yeah.
and like it comes out well. Like and these were all $20 on Amazon, and like I've had them for X amount of months, and like maybe 6 months, 7 months, whatever, and like 2 of them broke, but they're $20 each. You know?
Yeah, and you forget about them. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like something.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was
Yeah,
talking on a mic the whole
true.
time.
Like the only reason you know you're recording right now is because you can see it there.
Yeah, yeah.
In like a big studio, you got mics everywhere.
It helps too, I think, because like sometimes if you have like the big mics and stuff, you kind of like you said, you get caught up in thinking like, oh, we're doing the show right now. But like
Yeah.
when you're just like talking to people, just vibing out,
Yeah.
like just bullshitting, like it
Doesn't
just
feel like it.
yeah, it just kind of sticks in.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all this show is really like about. Like I don't have a huge direction for it. Obviously, I'm into comedy, so it's kind of I brand it as like a comedy podcast.
Is that the aim to do stand up?
That's one of my aims. Yeah, that's kind of like one of my biggest like
Yeah,
things.
I'm the
I haven't
same
really
way.
gotten to it yet, but I did it once, you know.
It
And
should be the best thing for selling tickets.
yeah, I know. That's a lot of successful comedians like do well because of their
Who
podcast.
you like?
Your
podcast
Mom's
watch?
House, Tom
Yeah.
Segura.
Do you watch Bobby Lee?
Yeah, Tiger Belly.
Tiger Belly,
I watch
yeah.
that. I watch Church of What's
That's
Happening
my
Now.
favorite podcast.
Joey Diaz.
Oh
You
yeah,
watch
I
Joey
love Joey
Diaz.
Diaz.
Yeah.
Ryan Stickler has one with like Your Mom's House because they have Two Bears One Cave,
Yep.
and then
Theo
the
Von's got
Honeydew.
one
Yeah.
this past weekend.
Who?
Theo Von. you know
Yeah,
that
he's
guy?
got one
Yeah.
this past weekend. The King and the Sting, him and then the Fighter and the Kid is
Him
a
and
funny
Sean,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fighter and the Kid is damn. You know, you guys know like all these people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, these.
This is
He's
just-
more
yeah.
into it than me. I think the only podcast I watch is Joe Rogan.
I traded
Yeah.
high school education for podcasts when I
Yeah,
was like 14.
yeah,
It's not a bad trade.
Yeah.
yeah. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was how I got into like listening to podcasts, and then once I
he
realized
got
there was
me
a few
into
more.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan got me in.
Yeah, and then I was like, yeah, like just kind of like seeing what he was doing. I was like, not even like thinking about it, like, oh, I need to do that to like make money. I was just like, I want to do that, you know?
I found
And,
Joe
like-
Rogan because I was looking up conspiracy videos on YouTube,
Yeah,
and I watched a bunch, and eventually it came up to Joe Rogan.
yeah, yeah.
And I was like, this is insane. Like, I already knew him from stand up.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
they're just chilling out and talking
Mhm.
Yeah.
about like aliens, and they're getting high as shit.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, why wouldn't
They make
everybody
mi-
want
they
to
make
do this?
Wanna
millions
do
of
this,
dollars
No,
a
yeah.
year.
I
And
love the ones with like when he was with like Elon Musk. He's got
Yeah.
Elon Musk to smoke
Yeah.
weed on camera.
I know.
That
He's
was-
a convincing man, Joe
Yeah, it's
Rogan.
crazy.
He's
He's
got
like,
so much power.
yeah, he's like probably intense to talk to, you know, especially once he
real.
gets down like a rabbit hole about shit and he starts like getting real like in your
Oh, yeah.
face, like,
Yeah.
you know, like, but what was I just about to say about him? I don't know. I keep losing my fucking train of thought.
He's a bold guy.
Yeah, very,
Like,
very
he'll
bold.
say whatever he's thinking.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
like he has no problem arguing with people or anything.
Yeah, I love who was
You know, you can head kick him at any moment.
Yeah, exactly.
he's an
Especially because he could like fuck you up like
he's
yeah,
at any
he can-
time.
he's-
That's like when Chris D'Elia was talking about like somebody else on his podcast and he shook his hand and he was like, "Oh, you're a tree. Like you're not like a real
Yeah.
person." He's like, same thing with Joe Rogan. You shake his hand and it's like this fucking just meaty
It's a
hand.
grizzly bear.
Yeah.
That's funny, bro.
Chris Lee's funny as fuck.
He's going like he's
I
like
love
yeah.
Chris D'Elia.
He's like to his wife. He's like, "Yeah, babe, I'm gonna go about like 20. I'm gonna walk 20. I'm gonna like run 20 miles of hills and then I'm gonna kill an elk and bring
Yeah,
it bring
I'm
that
just
shit
gonna-
home."
He's like a. It's funny though. Like he's a man's man, but he's like a.
But he's
He's
also like
thoughtful.
yeah, he's
know
Yeah,
what
he's
I
got a
mean?
good heart.
yeah, he's
a
open
family
minded.
guy. He's got kids.
He's a family
But you know
guy,
what? That's
too.
probably because he smokes weed and
Yeah,
beats people up.
does jujitsu.
Yeah, he knows both sides of the life.
Yeah,
For real.
he what does he do? I forget what I was about to say, but it's all right because I know you guys kind of have like
Yeah, we're supposed to hang out with this psycho chick.
damn, wish you the
We're
best.
trying to get our peepees wet.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
facts.
I just
That's
wanna,
what I like
just
to
wanna
hear,
ri- I
James.
just want to ride. I'm not worried about all that.
Oh man, play the field.
Yeah, she just
Well, you
texted
got
me.
the
She's
chance.
on her way to my crib,
Not gonna be 19 long.
but she'll be like 20 minutes, so that'll be perfect.
Yeah.
All right, well, I appreciate it, man. It's definitely
yeah,
tough.
yeah.
man.
It's definitely something cool. I've never
I was
done anything like
gonna
this.
say, I mean, we can just rap unless you want to keep doing it, but like
no,
it's
that's
like
up to you.
we
I'm
pretty
good,
much,
yeah,
we pretty
we-
much, we got a good show.
This was some good
Good
shit.
show
It was a
here.
How long
quality.
was that? Was that
quality
That was
hour.
55 minutes.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
well,
I didn't
right
feel like
there
55
now.
minutes.
Yeah, fastest
So
55
now I can
minutes.
see why they're like 4 hours long.
Yeah, yeah, because
that
it
would-
just
that would be
keeps going
nothing.
by.
Yeah,
the
it
longest
just-
one
that
I
would
did
be
was the last one. It was
Oh
like 3
shit!
hours,
Yeah.
20
It
minutes.
didn't even feel like that long because we
Yeah.
were literally in this
And then
room.
we talked for 2, 3 more
Yeah.
hours after we
Yeah.
stopped it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's great.
like shit
Yeah.
was wild.
I wish I was doing this when I was like little, because that's all we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
Right?
just talk.
You just
Yeah.
talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
dumb shit forever.
But I think now we're cognizant enough where at least somebody will want to listen to it. Because when we were
Yeah.
young, we're just kind of like
It's just my
saying like some goofy
Saying
shit.
Oh,
bullshit.
you that crack?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
old,
yeah,
I'm, an old
cracking
man.
all the time.
I'm
Man.
an
Wait,
old man.
wait, listen to this shit. Wait, hear that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That was.
You guys gotta go to a chiropractor.
I
Yeah, for
know.
real.
No.
No, I actually got a tweet from my girlfriend about there was some doctor on Twitter and they were like my chiropractor this is the 4th patient I've had come to me in a row that oh, here I can grab it.
You still on?
Yeah, we're still
Oh, we're
on.
still on.
I'm about to end it, but like
Oh, is it like a rap that happens?
yeah, actually I
Oh, I'm
just,
still
like,
holding mine.
Yeah,
I'm,
it's cool.
I'm
we
a good
can,
guest.
We can wrap
I'm like
right
James.
now, and then and then we'll all
Welcome
say-
to the show.
Yeah, but
Well,
James, dude, it was nice meeting you.
Nice
Fucking
meeting you, man.
cool guy, Bernie.
James.
It's good seeing you.
Nice seeing
Jay.
you.
Nice meeting you, boss.
Nice
We'll
seeing you,
definitely
dude.
do this again.
Yeah, yeah. You guys should definitely be back on. If you start a podcast, let me know. I'll promote that shit
Yeah,
all
bro.
over the
We'll
place.
cross-pollinate.
Same,
You
bro.
know, and like
That'd be tough.
well, like we'll feel free to invite us on. We'd love to come on. You know, whenever you,
Definitely need people right away.
yeah, whenever
Sure.
whenever you get started with it, yeah, it'd be
That'd be
cool
tough.
as hell. But yeah, guys, make sure if you're still here with us, thank you. Make sure you fucking look down if you're on YouTube, look down here, find iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all that stuff. You can like the Facebook and Twitter. I haven't been doing anything on them, but you'd still like them anyway, because maybe they'll pop back up. Fucking like, subscribe, all that stuff. You know, just like have a great day, like, and you know,
That's beautiful, man.
enjoy it,
I'm
love
gonna
yourself.
cry.
Yeah,
That
was
was
beautiful.
good.
and
That
That was
Stay-
got a
stay-
tear from me.
That was
stay-
deep.
That was beautiful.
stay loose, stay off the juice. You know what I'm saying? All right, peace, guys. See you next fucking week, or maybe in 3, or maybe tomorrow. We don't even know. Peace. Yeah, it's like pretty simple to set up.
Said there's like a live recording.
That was just like a pre-recording.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put it out. Yeah.
That's tough.
So the OBS is free?
Yeah, free system. And like I set up because you can set up different layers. That's kind of how it works. So like at first I had the screen down here and I had this as my background, but then I realized I'm an idiot. I can just make the whole thing the screen and then put a little logo right there. And I don't really even need the logo, but I like it, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Little logo right there. We all just kind of sit and chill. Like, I mean, eventually I want to get to the point where I can have better shooting and like maybe a couple
maybe
cameras.
some like GoPros or some DSLRs in the corners.
That'd be tough.
That would be really tough, and then kind of have one on every single person and do like a 4 screen.
You
That
do
would
like
be
2
tough.
per shot.
Especially
2 people per
Yeah.
shot.
I mean,
Right.
the advantage of this room is that it is smaller, so it's like you don't got a lot of room you need to cover.
Yeah, true.
So
And
you
like,
can get everything.
I also want to soundproof it, but like that's in time, you know. But I could put like some just like stuff around the
Yeah, you
wall.
could probably get. Yeah, you probably put some stuff in there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going well. I actually just cleaned it up, so like it was looking a little different. Now it's a little more open, which helps, you know. But yeah, that was a fucking good show. Y'all don't seem to mind. Like when I first started doing it, people would be like, oh, you know, like they just kind of felt weird on camera, you know, like
Yeah, but-
because like that's how it is. But like the key to it is if you're gonna have somebody on, if you're gonna do a show, even by yourselves, hang out and talk
Yeah.
for like a while, you know, get comfortable before you do it. Because if you start just like if you just go in cold, we've done that. And
Yeah.
the past 2 shows I tried to record, I had to delete because they were just like
It was bad.
just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
think you got people who like.
went in cold and tried just saying whatever.
It was
you
like
know.
2 people were just complete quiet, just dead silent.
Yeah, that, and then the next time we were about to do one, and our friend went to hit my bong, and he like put it down. Like I was, dude, what's wrong with you? He was like coughing off a storm. We were laughing at him. He started throwing up.
Right in
No.
the-
And
Oh.
then he
Like,
like
right where
he
you gotta
couldn't
stand.
breathe.
Shit was
Like he couldn't breathe. So I was like, come on, come to the bathroom. He's getting throw up. Literally, I cleaned. Like I'm such a neat.
You
freak.
got it all on camera?
I'm such a neat freak. Like I cleaned all this shit twice, and like
I would too, yeah.
he came in here and fucking like threw up, and like he was like choking. Like I thought he was gonna die. So I put him over the thing, and I started giving him the Heimlich maneuver, and then he was like